Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Grab a cold one, crank up the volume, and join the show. Welcome to NBNR Live. And here we go.
It's no block, no rock. Welcome, Husker Nation. Take a seat. Welcome to the NBNR office. Your 38-27 post-Michigan State. Oh my God, 38-27. 38-27.
Hey, Cornhusker counseling, baby. It's back.
Welcome to your appointment. Let's talk the good things that you saw yesterday. Are we okay with the audio?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're good.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
You guys can hear me.
Oh, yeah. I can hear you bright and clear. Loud and clear.
Really loud. Okay. Triumphs, good things that you saw yesterday. Mike, what jumps out right away?
Well, the DBs are real. Those guys are real.
Okay.
And obviously, the biggest triumph of the day was special teams. I mean,
I thought that was going to be the very first thing that you would say.
it was Mike Eckler's birthday.
It was.
And they gave him the best birthday present of all time. The best special teams performance I think I've seen in 10 plus years. If that block in the back didn't happen, it probably would have been the best special teams performance in maybe in 20 years. It was that good.
Yeah, Jameer Khan said, "Happy birthday, Coach Eck. Here's your present." And then, Carter Nelson, it's good to see him, contribute, get in the end zone.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't an offensive play, he's still finding his footing, and he made it into the end zone to score a freaking touchdown for Coach Eck. And just like sticking with special teams, right? So Cunanan does his job, makes a field goal.
Yeah.
Okay. There's 10 points right there. Okay. You talk about Ja'Cory. Huge, 50-something yard return.
Yep.
Flips the field. And I don't know if it was just the weather. Okay, but didn't it seem like he had 10 yards of cushion every punt return he had?
Yeah, so that they were punting with the wind on all the big returns. And we kept from the stands, we were like, why are they still punting him the ball? What they didn't learn their lesson after he had the 50-some yarder. Then they punted it to him again, and then he houses it. And then after that, they punted to him again. And I know he lost 2 yards, but I think it's because the win was that crucial, and we'll talk about that later. But they put the ball in the air and it just hung and just kept going. Yeah, and you could even tell when Archie was punting into the wind, he had a 16-yard punt.
Yeah, and that was the other thing too is how much do we blame the wind for? Archie only punting it 16 yards. I would assume the wind was playing a big part in that,
dude,
because he hasn't done that before.
No.
So definitely was a factor. And dude, that short kick, the short kickoff to force the two mumbling, stumbling dinguses.
There's another special teams play, man.
You have two guys going, I got it. You ain't got it.
We got it.
We got it.
That was awesome.
So I'm assuming that was a play call.
Yeah, they brought in John Hole to do kickoffs.
Yeah.
Because Cunanan was in at the beginning, and then they brought in John Hole for certain kickoff things, and that was one of them.
Mike Eckler was locked in on his freaking birthday. He was not distracted whatsoever. So, yeah, I think you're right. It's definitely one of those performances that stands out within the last 10 years. Dare I say, if special teams didn't play the way they did yesterday, it's probably a loss.
Probably a loss.
And this is something we talk about and have talked about ever since we started the pod is special teams is good for 2 wins per year. I think this was probably one of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think they're the reason we won Cincinnati too. Just being able to pin them deep the way that they did against Cincinnati. I mean, I hope that we get more than 2 to 3 this year because they've already helped us win 2 games. So I hope we're not out of free plays.
Well, this will be a trauma, but if special teams keeps doing this, I think they're good for a couple more.
Yeah.
And, the way that things have gone in the past, maybe we are due for like 6 special teams wins.
That would be very Iowa-esque.
You know what I'm saying? Are we Iowa?
We keep doing that on this Corners counseling. Is Nebraska is Iowa, Iowa's Nebraska.
Well, I keep doing that. You guys are still fighting it. You're seeing little nuggets here of Iowa, and I'm trying to plant the seed here, guys. For some of you, I'm trying to warn you because a lot of you aren't going to like hearing that we are the red Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but you're seeing little sprinkles. So don't get mad.
Hey.
Don't get mad at 8-4, guys.
One of the triumphs that Iowa couldn't possibly do is have a receiver go, house a ball with one shoe on. They don't have that talent or ability to do anything like that. Talk about that triumph.
Well, dude, you say that, but doesn't it feel like Iowa has like a punt return for touchdown like every other week?
Yeah,
like some white guy back there. You got Tim Dwight back there. You got the Weegan guy. You got DeJean. Just anyway. Yeah. But yes, the shoeless
Isaiah Hunter.
Great play. Like I thought he was gonna get tackled.
Nah.
And I see his little red foot.
That was so awesome.
That was great. So a triumph on offense, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard. Like you mentioned Isaiah.
Yep.
I feel like every game it's either going to be Isaiah or Dane Key.
Yeah.
I feel like it's either one or the other that kind of stands out.
And then Ja'Cory is just Ja'Cory.
Ja'Cory is the consistent.
Yeah.
But I think just we have to keep shouting him out. It's Emmett Johnson.
Yep.
3 touchdowns. Feel like he disappeared for a little bit, but the offense wasn't on the field, so he couldn't really do anything anyway.
Yeah, Kyle, talk about that stat that you saw.
Which one? I'm sorry. I'm reading the injury report for yesterday.
The time of possession with the wind and against the wind.
Oh yeah. So Sean Callahan had mentioned something in their post-game show about Nebraska from 9 minutes into the first quarter to the fourth quarter had the wind in their face. Like they did not get an opportunity to have the ball with the wind until the fourth quarter. And listen, I don't know if you want to consider this a trauma or a triumph, but Nebraska and Michigan State both scored all their points with the wind.
Yeah. I think
the wind is a trauma.
The last touchdown was against the wind with Michigan State, but it was that last drive, like sour taste in your mouth one that didn't really matter. Garbage time touchdown. But yeah, the wind played a factor.
Yeah.
And Dylan Raiola in his press conference said, "Oh no, it didn't play a factor. I tried it out pregame, and it was a 4-yard difference when I was throwing the ball." I'm sorry. I watched that offense going into the wind, and I watched it with the wind, and they were freaking Jekyll and Hyde. That was insane. They were complete opposites.
Hey, that middle portion of the game,
so bad.
There were 25 offensive reps, and they got 19 yards.
Only 25?
There were 25 with 25 offensive reps. They only had 19 yards.
God.
Oh, we're on the traumas already?
No. We got to say that. Hey, no, we're on triumphs.
Well, look, hey.
Emmett Johnson.
Come on.
Big triumph.
Give him his flowers.
He should have got the ball more.
He should have
got the ball more.
Like there was a time where there was one drive where he got the ball like 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
And of course it resulted in a first down, and you go back to like the usage rate of Emmett.
Yeah.
And how there's no other running back.
Hey, they had that Isaiah Mosey, and
Mosey had a nice little cute dancey run.
Yeah, like a 6-yard run.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Dancey.
He broke one ankle. That's a triumph.
Yeah, and look, listen, if you're RB2, I think Mekhi Nelson is RB2.
Kinda.
Yeah, it's not. Is it Quentin?
Well, no, he didn't play. So, and it's not Connor Booth.
Damn it! I was wrong about that.
It's not Latif either. All these people are saying all these names.
Latif.
It's still the same guys.
Well, the point about running back, like, hey, Emmett, you want to go ahead and score 3 touchdowns? That's cool. He had over 100 yards rushing. If your RB2 wants to recover a botched kick return because they're mumbling, stumbling idiots can't catch a ball, fine. I'll take that.
Take it.
If your RB2 does that every week, I will take it. Gosh, I mean, offensive triumphs. It's a reach.
It's a reach.
Everything is a reach here. Okay.
The Ja'Cory Barney wheel route was a triumph. Like that kind of got the offense finally going.
Yes.
That third down, Dylan used his legs, scrambled to the right, threw that ball up. It was a big play in the game. It really got this offense, who was asleep for 2 quarters.
Dude, yeah.
It finally got them going.
Yeah. And like you watch it and you say to yourself, I kind of threw to his back shoulder. He had to turn around. And
that was a tough throw.
Like, I know. That's why I'm like, I'm not going to be too greedy about this because it's the first actual play that you've had in 2 quarters.
That was into the wind too. Yeah. Just fun fact for you. That was into the wind, right? There was like a minute left in the quarter after he made that throw. And then they came down the other side and got the field goal with the wind. Yeah. So, tough throw. 3rd and long, got one finally. Yep. So that was a triumph. And that was like one of the biggest plays in the game.
I think for Ja'Cory Barney, the biggest triumph for me is finally having somebody on the team that the other head coach is going, God dang. Like it's him again.
Him again.
Yeah. It's him again. Mm-hmm. Like there's somebody on the team at least on offense that every coach now this year is like looking at going, okay, how do we stop this guy?
Yep. Number 2. Where is he at?
Where is he at?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? You could press man against Dane Key and Isaiah, and you might shut them down.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't think you're going to shut Ja'Cory down because he's just too versatile, and you can use him in so many different ways.
That screen pass that he dropped, that was set up perfect. He might have scored on that one too. It was, the blocks were there.
Yeah.
Everything was there. And he saw the field before he saw the ball. Like, I think he would have scored on that play too.
I'm just glad that no shoe and Isaiah had his.
Yeah. Because it was like the same play on the other side.
Yeah.
And Jenkins or Evans made that block that was fantastic.
He
didn't have a good day.
He did not have a good day, but that was a good block. I think the last triumph for offense, Holgerson teased it, right? He teased it a little bit, said that we were going to see something we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And we saw that little cute
triple option thing, whatever you want to call it.
Just one of those plays that if it goes poorly, you're like, oh my fucking God.
Here we go again.
You're trying to be cute, blah, blah, blah. But it worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, the biggest triumph of the day is that you go up 14-0 and then you fall asleep and now you're down by 1 score. And you still just somehow manage to just keep going and going and going and answering, and you won the game.
Yes.
Like you didn't just fall asleep and then it was just like heads down, quit. Everybody, we've lost. The air sucked out of the stadium. We blew it. Like, no, you guys still had 2.5 quarters to go.
Yes.
Like it's not over. Everything is just keep going, just keep fighting, just keep working. And they did, and they won. We've got a couple triumphs here in the chat.
Let's go.
Walter is in the chat. He says Loxley's 17-41 in Big Ten conference games. Guess what? That's not our problem. That's their problem. Like, hey, we won against a coach that is like that. So
no, that's Jonathan Smith. Loxley's at Maryland.
So
yeah. So and that's their problem.
Yeah, that's their problem.
And hopefully he continues that trend.
17-42.
Yeah, I hope he continues that trend against Nebraska next week.
Let's do that, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, another one that has nothing to do with us, but just a reminder: Texas has yet to win a game versus a Power 4 team. Horns down.
There we go.
There it is.
Let's see. Nebraska, Walter again. Nebraska is +6 in the turnover margin this season.
That is
a huge triumph.
Oh, do you want to hear that? Well, that good triumph. that we talked about last night. Shout out, congratulations to head coach Matt Rule for tying former head coach Scott on the all-time win list at Nebraska. He only had to do it in about half the amount of time. So congratulations, Coach Rule.
Hey, man.
You have passed the worst coach in Nebraska history. And I want you to know that we are celebrating that here on No Block No Rock. So,
yes. Last triumph for the comment section, $1.99 super chat from Scott Gregory. We appreciate you, big man.
Yeah. Thanks, Scott.
Hey, feel free to send a little more. Oh, no, $1.99 is a little skimpy.
Hey, wow.
I know.
Come on.
I know.
Come on.
Yes, Matt, Coach Rule, congrats. You jumped over the bar that was set in hell. Good job.
I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did that.
Hey, in an alternate universe, he doesn't.
Yes. In an alternate universe, maybe even like a year ago, we lose that game yesterday.
100%.
And Matt Rule talked about it in his press conference. That game was UCLA 2.0. That game, we got punched, and it kind of goes back to what Kyle was saying. We got punched, and we didn't get frazzled and just throw the towel in. We just continued to persevere, and they ended up winning the game. They probably should have won that game by 17. So that was the resilient team that we've seen so far. They did it against Cincinnati, and now they're doing it against another team in the Big Ten. So I like that about this team.
Yeah, listen, and here's another thing too, is like they talked all offseason about like the process. Like there's no difference. When you go out there on a series, it is just a process. You just go out and you do what you do, right?
One play at a time.
And it's not, you might be down one, whatever the case might be. You just go out there and you just make the plays that we practice. You just go out and you do the job, right? Mm-hmm. Don't get too ahead of yourself. Like you're down one, you're panicking. No, none of that. Just go out and do what you do. You mentioned it. They did it against Cincinnati. They did it against Michigan, came up short. We're the same thing. You guys are like down the whole game,
yes,
but you still just every drive go out there and just do the process.
Yes.
Just do the job.
Win your rep.
Yes, win your rep. Just go out there and just kind of keep doing what we do. And that's what they did yesterday as well. So that is a win. That is a triumph.
Another triumph is just like, Mike, you said they got punched, but we punched first.
Yes,
we did. We right out the gate, the team looked with it. They got the crowd involved.
Yep.
They weren't sleepy out of a bye week. They were locked in from the start.
Yep.
And thank God for the 14-0 lead you got off to.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why it's beneficial to get off to strong starts, because you're facing Big Ten teams that are on Scully too. Like, yeah, these teams are going to answer you back. So if you can get off to a 2-score lead right away, more power to you.
Listen, and if that was not the case, that would have been UCLA.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Because it would have been exactly the same game we watched against UCLA.
Yeah.
Because they were from the start.
Yeah.
I mean, UCLA had the ball for the entire first quarter. And like, it was kind of looking that way with Michigan State, where they had the ball for
2 straight quarters.
You know?
Yes.
And it was starting to feel like that. It was starting to feel that way. But not this time. Not today, Satan. Not yesterday, Satan. Any more triumphs on the offensive side?
I will say.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, that's good. No, that's fine.
I know you're gonna try to.
No,
you're trying to shove Dylan in there, huh?
No, I can't shove Dylan in there.
Well, hey,
he was not a trauma, though. I'm not gonna say he was a trauma.
He was not there
with it today. Yesterday, he just didn't have it.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. He held the ball way too long. And that'll get into our first trauma. I guess, no, we got to do triumphs. Defense.
Yeah.
Rush defense.
Woo.
Triumph. They came back. They rebounded. They played well. They did. And they caught after Aiden Childs. And we knew that was going to happen. Like that O-line, it's pieced together. Two starters out for the year. Mm-hmm. They're missing a left tackle and a left guard. They got after him early and often. Even when they didn't get to him, they touched him. And he was hurt.
Dude, he had happy feet. He looked shook in that first half.
He looked like shit.
Like it almost looked like he was like had a concussion.
He might have.
He looked off.
So I couldn't tell from the stands, but like so that hit that Judy had that he turned into Spider-Man afterwards. Was it more just like
Fat Spider-Man?
Fat Spider-Man. Was that like the injury wise, did it look more like a shoulder? Was it a head? Was it a knee? Like we didn't know what it was in the stands. It was just impact of the turf.
Yeah,
the weight into.
Yeah, I mean that's
illegal in the NFL for that reason. So, which is fine. I'm glad that it's not in college.
Yeah. I mean, Aiden Childs was shook one in the first half. The rush defense, our rush defense, Sparty couldn't do anything on the ground.
Yeah.
Their traditional run game with the running backs, they couldn't do anything. You had guys like Shavers coming up making plays.
Missing a lot of tackles, though.
Well, look, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like another guy is like Desan McCullough really stood out.
That
coming
dude,
off the edge.
If he plays like that the rest of the year, he might be like a first-round pick. He is good. He was getting off the ball so fast.
Yeah. I mean, his ears were pinned.
Yes.
But also missed some tackles. He
got shook a bunch of times by Childs.
It's gonna happen. Right? It's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Just another guy that stands out. I mean, obviously Deshaun.
Yeah, that was the game of his life. If they would have counted that little shovel pass thing, it literally would have been it probably already was the best game of his life. He had 2 interceptions. He doubled his total at Nebraska in one game, but then he almost had the scoop and score too.
Damn it. So close. That play was fucking weird, man. That play looked botched as hell.
Yeah.
He's like, Andrew Marshall coming up, making big hits.
Yeah, he
stands out.
He bounced back.
Yeah.
He definitely bounced back.
Just the D-line in general, man, causing havoc. Stopping the run.
Rex Guthrie.
Starting over Marcus Buford.
Yeah. In certain packages.
Yeah.
Yeah, like pass situations, they brought in Buford. But like all those like early downs where they thought Aiden Childs might run or they might try to establish the run game, it was Guthrie the whole time. So it's kind of weird. That rotation's odd, but I kind of like it because I really like the way that Rex Guthrie is playing football. I mean, he has a nose for the football.
There was a play that he was supposed to have the cutback lane, and he didn't have the cutback lane, but he overcame it, and you just have to watch it, and it was pretty good. It was pretty beautiful. Listen, we cannot not shout out Williams Winery.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude. He's looking like game by game, he is getting better and better.
Yeah. He looks like that 5-star guy. Remember I was a 5-star recruit and didn't play at Missouri? And they're like, oh, I think he's a head case. No, he looked good.
It's very encouraging where you play more Big Ten games and it looks like the guy is getting better instead of worse, right? Because I think one of the things was, against Houston Christian, it was, he has the scoop and score, and but it's Houston Christian. How's he going to do against Big Ten opponents? He's balling out right now.
Yep.
Looks good. Javen had a great game.
Yeah.
Seemed like he was everywhere.
That one where he split the 2 guys to make that tackle in the backfield.
Little jump.
That was
little leap.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Singleton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Almost. Oh yeah. You got him already.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Said he should have had the little scoop and score too.
Yeah. It would have been the game of his life.
Yeah.
Yes. Like going into this game, when you come off Michigan and you say, look, not every team we play from here on out is going to have an O-line like Michigan's.
No.
And that certainly applied yesterday.
Yep.
And we made them look like that. There is a world where we don't make them look pedestrian, and Nebraska made them look below average. So, fucking A. Thank God.
All right. Should we get into traumas?
Well, hold on a second.
Any more triumphs? Sierra Wright played good. Secondary played good.
Yeah.
The defense played good. This was a good coach game by John Butler. It really was. Maybe the best game he has coached as a DC at Nebraska.
Yeah, I would say 100%. I'd say that.
Like I know we had some we had a shutout. We've had some other things out against lesser opponents, but against a Big Ten foe, like that was a complete game.
It wasn't just like that. It was a Big Ten foe, but you also had a dual threat quarterback.
Yeah.
That seemed, like you said, right out of the gate was flustered.
Yes.
He was scared, right out of the gate, because we just started. And look, this is exactly what I said 3 weeks ago. I said, anytime you've got a dual threat quarterback, you just have to send the house. Like, let him know that you're there and make him frazzled. You've got the crowd with you. Make him scared. Like, you have to do that right out of the gate. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. And for the rest of the game, he felt like he only had a second until he had to decide, do I run? Do I throw? Do I run? Do I throw? Do I look at my first read and go? Like, what do I do? And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And so I was happy to see that.
They discovered the quarterback run game. It was a little, too little, too late for them. Thank God. Childs made some plays that I think you just kind of, all right, well, he's athletic and
he's going to get those.
He's going to get those, right? So, traumas.
All right.
Well, look, I don't think this offensive line is winning the Joe Moore Award anytime soon.
No.
Definitely not.
Where do we start with the offensive line?
Let's start with the tackles. So obviously, Elijah and Gunner got the starts at left and right tackle.
Sure did. There
were times where they looked fine, and there were times where they looked bad. There was like really nothing in between. Like that, Elijah had a false start. There was I think the first sack of the game, it was on Elijah's side, but him and Latovsky both were like, whoa, why is there two guys that just went by both of us? Like they stunted. And I think that comes with reps, game reps. They don't play next to each other. So I think there was some of that showed a little bit because I think there's some reads that they missed.
Yeah.
Gunner got blown off the line multiple times. I didn't know if Teddy was going to come in at some point.
Yeah, I mean, Teddy doesn't get the start. And Mike, you had brought up, how long is the Teddy Prohaska leash?
Yeah.
Because look, he's an experienced guy. I think he has a lot of goodwill kind of invested in the program. He has the benefit of the doubt, whether like that's earned or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just a guy that's been around. He's gone through the injuries. He's stuck it out.
Yep.
So his leash might be a little longer, but he doesn't get the start. And part of me is like, okay, I mean, this is what big boy programs do, is if a guy is not performing, you got to go to the next guy.
Yep.
But then you look at how the offensive line played. I don't think you can replace anybody with anyone else. Like this is kind of what you got, right?
Yeah. And Dylan did not help that. So Dylan got sacked 5 times.
Indeed.
And 3 of those were on Dylan. Dude's got to get rid of the ball.
You got to get rid of it.
He's got to get rid of the ball. You know the circumstances.
Yeah.
There's 2 parts to that. 1, Dana was not doing him any favors play calling. 2, Dylan's got to get rid of the ball. Like you've got to. He got so uncomfortable, and he didn't look right from the start of that game, to be honest. Like you're going against a team that was like the 115th best pass defense in the country. Yeah. And you thought you'd have some opportunities down the field, and there were some guys open, and Dylan was not hitting them.
Dylan was missing guys.
Yes.
I mean,
he looked like last year, Dylan, in the middle of the season last year, like October Dylan.
October. What month are we in right now?
October.
And this is where you start playing conference opponents. You put out the dub. Great. You made the play when you needed to.
Yes.
The Ja'Cory play, the Isaiah play. But dude, I mean, you had like 3 drives that started on the Michigan State like 40-yard line.
There was one that started on like the 25.
And we lost 42 yards or something.
Yeah. 4th and 42.
That was insane.
4th and 42, man. Like
that is
what do you
that's
say?
Reminiscent of like overtime.
Yeah, the overtime against Illinois.
Yeah.
Back.
Yeah.
It's the Chris Berman. Back.
The first 3 plays all go backwards.
It was insane.
And then, we mentioned Justin Evans. Bad snapping.
Bad snaps, that personal foul.
Just right in front of the ref. He punches the dude right in front of the ref.
See, I didn't even see it, obviously.
Yeah.
But
he knocked the ref was so close that he knocked the ref's hat off.
Wow.
Yeah. He okay, I say punch, but I think he did like kind of a
like a push.
Yeah, he did a push. Yeah.
In the ref's hat, old baldy, old fuck zebra, his hat falls off. So of course he's embarrassed. He's gonna throw the flag. Oh, my bald spot. 4th and 42. Fuck you. Fuck off. 4th and 42. You've embarrassed me in front of the FS1. My bald spots everywhere. But yeah, man, like what else can you say? How do you make this better? More crossing routes. Like, have we seen a crossing route?
Yeah, so something that like the announcers, which by the way, that was a trauma all on its own. The announcers on TV, they had mentioned like they're running like super aggressive man coverage and sending a lot of pressure.
Indeed.
And so if Nebraska's main game are these little short routes, you run aggressive man coverage, and like sometimes that stuff just not going to be open.
Right.
You're getting punched at the line, and then all of a sudden you've got 4 guys that are 3 yards in the backfield right out of the gate. I don't know who's making that play, especially if all your little like dump downs and stuff are basically being dry humped up the field. Like
that's a visual.
I know that like the general consensus is like Dylan is holding onto the ball too much. And I get that because a lot of the times what it looks like is he gets put in the spin cycle where all of a sudden he realizes he's surrounded. So he starts like spinning and trying to get out of it really quick. But it really was that the defense was just in the backfield right away. Like you look at that first read. I just talked about this with Chili's.
Chiles.
Yeah.
Chili's.
I just talked about this with their quarterback. Was like, they just you make him look at the first read and feel like you only have a second to make a decision. And if Dylan's not an automatic runner, he's just immediately in the spin cycle and he's just freaking out.
His goose is cooked if that first read's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, if you're a defense, don't you just press Danke, you press an Isaiah.
Play man.
Yep. Because here's the thing about Dylan. I think it's okay to say this out loud. He's afraid to make mistakes.
I agree.
He's not going to throw it into a tight window. He's just not. I think he's very cognizant of like, maybe this is where it's in the water at Nebraska. It's in the water. You let the past rule over you, and of course, like Jacory comes out and says like something about bringing Nebraska back. Like, I fucking hate when people say that.
Well,
we got to bring Nebraska back.
You got to see the whole quote though was about curses, and he's like, the curses aren't real. We just got to play better. Like,
was he asked about that?
No, it was something around that. But then he said, he's like, I'm just tired. And I think it was unprompted, to be honest. He says, I'm tired of all this. It's not a curse. Like, we have to play better. Nebraska deserves to be like, that's kind of like, that's where it was. Nebraska deserves to be back. Yeah. Like, we need to bring this place back. Like,
you feel the weight of that.
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That was like the whole quote. Like, so there's a first part to that though. Is like, he was talking about the stupid curses and like, no, we're not cursed. There's times where I feel like we're cursed, but you just got to play better football. Like you do. And they played better football yesterday.
They did.
In situations, they played better football.
But just like Dylan had a bad interception yesterday.
That was bad.
I mean, it was bad, right?
Yes.
I mean, it seems like every interception he throws is just like he doesn't see the guy, and the guy's right there, right?
Yeah, that's his first read, and he was going to throw that no matter what.
Yeah,
no matter who. Does not matter if there was 3 guys standing there. He was going to throw it to that.
Well, actually,
spot.
So it was this. I think it was the second read. So he was looking to the right, and apparently whoever that was not open, and so he came back, and for a split second, I just don't think he saw that dropping back linebacker because that guy was up on the line at first.
Yeah.
And then he kind of dropped back right as the ball was snapped. And so he looks over here and he looks to the left, and for a split second, he saw a window. And when he threw it, that guy just kind of jumped in front of it.
Yeah.
Now, this goes right back to my point of if you're a quarterback and you feel like you only have 1 second.
Yeah.
If you see just a split second of like, hey, he's open, I'm just going to gun it so I don't get sacked. That's how that happens. That's how that stuff happens. And so, yeah, it was a bad interception. And one of the traumas for me with Dylan is it's been kind of being brought up the last few weeks, which is his like nonchalantness.
Oh.
So like in the red zone, he does that little weird like flip to Heinrich Harburg for like a 2-yard loss.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 1 step away from the out of bounds, and he's like flipping it to him for what? There's a defender right there. He flips it to him, and then in the pocket, he does the same thing where that guy's like in his face and he just kind of nonchalantly just kind of tosses it up, almost like a shovel pass, and it gets swatted down. Like, dude, we don't need the style points. Just get rid of the ball. Just play smart quarterback, Like that stuff just kind of bothers me, is when it's just very nonchalant and he's just trying to like make these little plays. It's really cool when it works and everybody's like, whoa, look at that, Pat Mahomes.
Dude, every time he's done one of those, it goes for -2 yards or it gets batted down.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy. Well, look, I say that he's very cognizant about making mistakes, but then like he does the but like I don't know if you heard also, but he brought up the booing.
Yeah, again. No, Matt Rule brought it up this time. Dylan didn't bring it up this time.
Dylan talked about the boom.
Dylan
got mad during the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and was like telling the crowd to stop booing.
Yeah, and Matt Rule had to tell him, they pay $50 a beer or whatever.
Yeah.
The Cornhusker Crusher is expensive. They have a right to boo.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Blue Moon, damn it. You didn't let me say that. You got to have a thicker skin.
Yes.
You just do. I'm sorry.
100%.
You just do. Like, if that offense, Mike, you got to get over it. Mike is just stewing over that. We'll cut that out.
No, we won't.
Let's start over. Let's just start the whole.
No.
Your appointment is canceled.
Appointment's canceled. We're just going to restart here. Let me turn off the live.
The boo thing, sorry. Any power school. Let me finish your point for you, because I know where you're going with this.
Yes.
If you want to play big boy football, if you played at Georgia, if you played at Ohio State, if you were playing the way you were playing yesterday, your ass is getting booed. I am sorry. Are they booing you as a player, as a person? No, they are booing the team. They're booing the play calls. They're booing the way you're executing on the field. So get over the booing thing. To the point yesterday, Matt Rule brought it up in the press conference. Mm-hmm. Dylan said, and this is where they say that they don't care about other people, think we're focusing on us, right? He says, well, I'm glad the run defense played good because they got a lot of flack. You know, you guys were saying how bad they were, on the bye week and everything.
Yeah, because they fucking were.
And Matt Rule even said, like, yeah, I'm glad our rush defense played good because they're bad. Like, yes, stop reading headlines. If you say you're not reading them and then you openly say it in the press conference that you're reading headlines, you're contradicting yourself, and it's freaking annoying. It's big time football. People are going to critique you in big time football.
You get paid millions of dollars.
You get paid money to play football.
Get over it.
Gosh.
And listen, and I can tell you this with a matter of fact. Yeah. You go to Big Ten Media Days, Nebraska had the best coverage outside of like maybe Ohio State and Penn State. Had the best coverage show up to Las Vegas, where these media companies spent $3,000 to $4,000 on hotels, flights to go spend a whole weekend just covering you. Okay. And so I can confidently say that you are in one of the prime spots in the Big Ten for at least media coverage. Okay. And getting your brand out there and people that give a shit about your program. Yeah. So there's going to be headlines. You guys are in a premier spot where people give a shit.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Great point. You are one of the most covered teams in the conference.
In the country.
Yes. Okay. Now, you are treated with kid gloves, dude.
I agree.
You are nobody, like, name one media member, like maybe Dirk, and he's not there anymore. Like Mitch, you don't have these guys that cover the team that are just like rage baiters.
No, and they don't write bad stories about you.
No.
They're asking you questions to kind of fill their stories with their premeditated stories they already have, right? So they ask the same question to each guy, right? But like, they're giving you cupcake questions. They're obvious elephant in the room questions, like, how did it feel when you guys were down, right?
Or, hey, Justice Haynes went 75 yards untouched. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Like, that happened.
It happened in the game.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm not fucking sorry.
Yeah. Like, you are what you put on tape. That was on tape, right? We all saw it.
And you know what? Here's the thing, too, is like, they got a lot of flack. Okay. Yeah. And it got better, which means, like, it's a problem.
Yes.
So it sounds like you addressed it. So maybe you need to be given flack.
You know who got a lot of flack?
So you can pay attention to it, so you can address it and make it better, apparently.
Dylan got a lot of flack in the bye week. He didn't play better. He got all the flack. National media slandering him on social media, right?
He's too much. He's patty.
That needs to use his legs, all those things.
Yeah.
And he laid an egg. He laid an egg yesterday.
It's probably like if we had to like assess blame, it's probably like 80-20 offensive line, Dylan, 80-20.
I'd probably go like 60-20-20. 60% O-line.
There you go.
20% play calling, 20% Dylan.
I like that. That's more nuanced.
Yeah, I like that.
The other thing too about the booing is, you know what? I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember the game in my head. Was it like most of the booing due to the fans thinking there was a face mask?
Yes.
Like that
booing was 100%. That one, there was booing 2 times. There was one time where they were booing the team when we lost 42 yards, right?
Which, boo!
Or 32 yards.
I don't boo.
Yeah.
But boo!
They booed the refs multiple times for bad calls, right? And then that was it. And then the face mask thing. Like, they weren't booing you as a team. They were booing what they saw on the field. You also have to remember, Nebraska fans are some of the most educated fan bases in if you go into a stadium, they know what's going on.
Sure.
They do. They know what's going on. Not all the social media people know what's going on, but the people in the stadium, for the most part, know what's going on. They see it on the Jumbotron. They saw the face mask. Dylan's helmet got ripped off. Not sure how. I understand it was like kind of down towards the ground, so maybe it was harder to see, but his whole helmet got ripped off. And I don't know why he didn't have to say out the next play. Fun fact.
Yeah, I think, honestly, the helmet fell off. He was falling backwards. I don't know.
It doesn't really matter, though. It doesn't matter how it how it comes off.
Oh, we could have seen Latif. Why didn't we see Latif? We could have seen Latif.
Yeah,
you wanted to see Latif.
That would have been on. No, that was it would have been third down and
I think it
42
was
because that happened on second down.
3rd and 42.
Yeah,
whatever it was.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
that's so bad. It was just bad.
That was probably the worst offensive line series for the O line that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
people are going to talk about the Illinois game last year,
the overtime, and
rough.
It was rough. I will say this. So after sitting and thinking about this game and talking to a couple people after the game, we lose that game 10 out of 10 times last year, the years prior.
Yes,
so
yes,
I feel like I should feel good that Nebraska played worse than they played most of the year, especially on offense, and the fact they still won by double digits, 2 scores, and it kind of went back to what I said before the game. I think there was times where this game looked easy for Nebraska, but then there was also times where they couldn't get out of their own way. And so I feel like this is the type of game where Matt Rule talked about where you can win and there's still things you can work on. After Cincinnati, he said we got the win and we have so much stuff that we can fix because we got the win. It feels better to fix things after you win than after you lose. And this is that perfect candidate for a game like that. They won a game by 2 scores when they played absolute shit. And the amount of stuff they can work on going into Maryland next week, who is another mobile quarterback. It's a high-powered passing offense versus our high-powered passing defense. I think I'm okay to say now, after watching this now 5 times, our pass defense is legit. They are good. Yeah. They are very good. That they have the receiver at Michigan State is probably a day 2 guy. He's that good, and we shut him down.
Sure.
So I love that we're able to do this coming off of a win.
Yes.
We can sit here and have this just disgruntled Cornhusker counseling and talk about all these traumas, and we still won by 11.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? We've done this for years. We sit and talk about Nebraska football, and it's after 3 and 9 seasons and 5 and 7 seasons, right?
Yeah.
We do this, and we talk about the negative things. We're doing it now off of an 11-point win.
And Nebraska is 4-1.
We're 4-1. Yes.
At this point in the year, usually when we're doing these episodes, we're like, hey, I doubt we're going to get 3 wins against Wisconsin, Iowa, who else? Minnesota.
Yeah.
And we're like, the season's probably over. So right now we're sitting 4-1, and a bowl game seems almost guaranteed, I would say.
We hope.
You would hope. And at least you've got that.
We were 5-1 last year, though. We'll tell you.
Yes.
We were 5-1 last year, and
true.
we went through that stretch where we just lost a lot of football games.
That is true.
So they've got to lock in, but I do love the resiliency of this team. And I do love that we can sit in this room after winning by 11 points. Special teams won us a football game yesterday. The offense looked like crap, and we still won by 11 against a Big Ten football team. It wasn't against Incarnate Word. It was against Michigan State, who has had our number as of late. And I feel really good about it.
Yeah, just watching the game, it's oh my God, they are, it's it's the fourth quarter. It feels like you're putting them away. It feels like you're tucking Michigan State into bed. Go to bed.
And then Emmett went. That was sick. That's a good touchdown celebration.
Yeah. Go to bed. And Isaiah with his shoeless, shoeless miracle says, go to bed, Sparty. And we put a Big Ten team away in the fourth quarter. And you saw it against Wisconsin last year. You see what they've become, but it feels good. This is not happen. This has not happened very often in the last 10 years.
Yeah. And so Logan in the chat says it's football. They'll never play perfect like everybody wants, just win. And while that is 100% true, I think when people start getting real disgruntled, it's when things like 4th and 42 happen. And you've been on a stretch where you had 25 snaps and only gotten 19 yards.
Yeah.
That's where people get disgruntled. And that's when people start getting a little upset and a little booey. So yes, it's not going to be perfect. And I never ask it to be because I know it's not. But when things like that happen, it's like, oh boy, can we just talk about it?
Well, yeah, because
can we just complain a little bit?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, Kyle, do you think the coaches want to see 4th and 42?
No.
Of course we don't. That's bad football. That's bad football.
Yeah.
We're not asking for perfection. We don't want 4th and 42 with your offensive line falling apart and punching guys in the face in front of the ref and knocking off the bald ref's hat and embarrassing him. We don't that's bad looking football.
But that's undisciplined. When you do something like that, it's undisciplined. And I thought we were done with that. So I think that's another thing. When the fans are booing something like that, we've seen that in the past. I thought we were done with that we moved on. I thought the culture was better, that we're smarter, and we won't do that stuff, right? Why are we doing that stuff still?
Now, football is a game of passion and heat.
It is.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Especially in the trenches.
Yes. And if at that point you guys had been getting beat and you're giving up all these sacks, now that's 2 weeks in a row where you've given up a bunch of sacks and your offensive line is getting destroyed. You're going to get upset with the people that are punching you in the face every single play. Patrick says, did you see EJ getting after Pritchett after his false start?
I did love that. I loved that.
And that is good. I appreciate that. And, Matt Rule, after the whole punching incident, I mean, he was getting after Evans as well. He was like, that is so dumb. And he's screaming at Pritchett. That is so dumb. That is so dumb. Why would you do that?
Evans,
so, yeah.
You see, and I had it on mute because I did not want to listen to the god-awful commentary. Was EJ getting after him?
He was typing him back
or
up.
He was like,
he's like, come on, man, you got this.
At him
no,
you fuck.
I think Elijah's the type of guy that you have to build him back up.
Yeah.
I think that's because I don't care how we sit right now. I still right now think Elijah is still the best left tackle we have on the team.
Yes.
When he doesn't take plays off, and I think that's why they have to continue to build him up on the sideline. They're constantly doing. Dylan did it in his press conference. He says, "I thought Pritch played well." They have to build him up because it's not a talent thing. It's 1,000% between the ears with him.
Sure.
And after he jumped off sides, Emmett was like, "You got this, man. You got to figure it out. You don't want Elijah getting in his own head because then he doesn't play well, and then Dylan's gonna get killed.
He's gonna get killed, and he's gonna transfer, and then his uncle's gonna get fired. I'm thinking back to that false start, and correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't it feel like that ball should have been snapped a lot earlier?
Yes,
it felt really off sync. And the O line was just getting a little antsy and all right, snap the fucking ball.
Yeah.
So again, it's an Elijah Pritchett thing because he's done it 4 times already or whatever.
Yes.
So yes, of course, Elijah, damn it. Come on, man.
That false start also probably doesn't happen if there's not a 7-yard sack.
Yes.
The play before that.
Yeah, and that was
Dylan
on
held
Dylan.
The ball. Yeah.
Dylan wouldn't get rid of the ball. It was on him to play before. And then Dylan has the freaking nerve to yell at Elijah the next play. And I'm like, dude, throw the freaking ball. Get rid of it. Throw it away.
That's the other. You got to have thicker skin.
Yes.
And I get it. You're human. You hear boos. You're getting sacked. It's frustrating as a human being. It's like, fuck, man, we've got negative 25 yards and 25 plays, like whatever. It's like, yeah, it's frustrating, but like, you got to be better at the body language stuff
and the mental side of football. I cannot wait till next Saturday. Next Saturday will be the first time this team plays on the road against a opposing fan base, like an actual hostile environment where they don't want you to win. Like you played one road game at Kansas City. I understand it was not a home game, but it was a home game.
Hot take?
Yes.
Maybe this is good for them.
I can't wait. You heard boos in Memorial Stadium? Oh, poor guy. Wait till you hear people screaming at you. Dylan's calling, quieting down the crowd. He gets to be the conductor, right?
Oh, the Mahomes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he's the only quarterback. I can't wait to go into a hostile environment, and let's see how they handle it. Because guess what? That crowd will boo you. They're going to boo you when you walk in the stadium because they don't want you to win a football game.
Hey, so, I don't know about Maryland. They blew a
20
pretty significant
point lead. They were up 20-0 against Washington, and Washington came back and won 24-20.
So does Maryland come out on fire and motivated and wanting to prove everybody wrong?
I don't know.
We should have been ranked.
I think we opened as a 5.5 point favorite against Maryland, and with it being 5.5 point favorite so far, and with it being a road game, that 3-point bump, it's actually like 8.5. It was at Memorial Stadium. We'd be an 8.5 point favorite. So,
Trey comes in back to like the offensive line, Dylan Raiola talk.
Yeah.
He says, do you think that Dylan and the O-line are fully in sync? Like, does anybody else feel like there's some weird energy there? And I'll tell you this, if I'm a quarterback and my offensive line is letting me get sacked and my offensive line thinks that my quarterback is holding the ball too long and forcing me to give up a sack, there's certainly going to be feelings there.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Well, yeah, because, he's the Raiola. And so he's going to get a lot of leash. I think it's starting to maybe, because before we started this episode, Tobias, he said, Mike's just going to glaze Dylan the whole episode.
No,
I'm like, listen, I think you're starting to see like a little bit of cracks in his game.
I can speak accountability. Like, Dylan did not play. He did not bring his A game yesterday. It was the worst we've seen him play all season. Now, will that happen again against Maryland? I don't know. But I'd like to bet that he's going to fix some things this week.
Okay. I know we're going to start wrapping up, but like, here's what I want to see. Because Mike, you said this was a 38-27 win. You put Michigan State away. You put them to bed. A Big Ten foe. And you had said, we're talking about these traumas in a 2-score win. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, what can get better? O-line can't really get any worse. So how do you remedy? Here's what I want to see.
Okay.
Maybe I'm crazy for this. Do you sometimes roll Dylan out every once in a while? There's step one.
I like that idea.
Step two, can I get some like Dane Key slants, some Dane Key rub routes where you are utilizing his SEC big body,
physicality,
boxing guys out? Can I see some quick hitting slants in the middle of the field? That's two. Number three, can I get some more Luke Lindenmeyer, please?
More.
That's what I want to see.
They ran one play yesterday with Luke Lindenmeyer where he chipped and went out for a pass, caught a first down, right?
In the middle of the field, got a first down.
That a lot.
Please.
You know how to help out your offensive line who is struggling to pass protect? Chip the edge. Chip those guys, and then let them go up for a pass. Luke Lindenmeyer is very good at that. Do that more. You know what I also like to see? Running the football a little bit more. If things aren't working with the pass game, don't throw the ball 3 plays in a row. Try to run the ball. It was crazy.
I know.
Like, we passed the ball like 7 plays in a row. Went 3 and out 3 times in a row, whatever. Like, we got to get better at that.
Yeah, it's tough because like
Emmett can't only take so many carries. And yeah.
And but dude, you got to. The run game is something you just have to commit to. Even if it doesn't hit right away, you got to commit to it. You can't just abandon it. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
One last triumph for me, I guess, if you will, is we have seen in years past where you've got your 1-star wide receiver. Assumingly that was Dane Key coming into the season. And yesterday he is completely shut down, which means he didn't have one catch, which means that somebody else had to step up. And so Ja'Cory Barney steps up, and Isaiah Hunter steps up, and Luke Lindenmeyer steps up, and Emmett Johnson, he's having a day. So, like, and you don't have a running back too, right? So, like, in previous years, you say, well, that's a weakness, and that ends up being just detrimental to your season, and that ends up being detrimental to a game that you had to play. And you guys kind of overcame that with other stuff, like other people are stepping up. Special teams are stepping up when the offense isn't really playing that great the whole middle half of the game. So a triumph for me is just like, even though there are some glaring issues, you still found a way to like pick up over here and kind of make it work and win the game. That is a triumph.
And the weakness that we were worried about was your run defense.
And it got way better.
Like, and I get it. This is one game. It's its own thing.
Vacuum.
Right?
Yep.
So go to the next game. Maybe Maryland runs for 7 yards per carry. But we're not there yet. We're not there. We are here now. Win against Michigan State. This is a loss 9 times out of 10. Any other time? Fucking A. 4-1.
Okay, and
let's go.
One more triumph / thing that you can look forward to is under Donovan Raiola. Every year, the offensive line has gotten better throughout the season. So I know that there are glaring issues on the offensive line, but I'm interested to see if that trend stays true. If the offensive line can get better each game, like they did every year under Donovan Raiola, is they've gotten better every single year. By the end of the season, they're playing very good football. So hopefully that stays true and the offensive line gets progressively better. That's what I got.
Okay. We good?
Yeah, I think so.
I think just remind everybody.
NBNRpodcast.com. We will have an episode for you tomorrow night, or regularly scheduled program.
Yep. Monday, 6:00.
Facebook, Twitter,
YouTube. Subscribe on our YouTube right now. If you're in the chat, if you're watching us live, go to YouTube and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate that.
I did a NBNR roller coaster yesterday for the second half.
Yeah, I saw that.
And holy shit, it was a roller coaster. My God, how fitting of a name. Perfect name. Give me my flowers. Hey, we will see you next week for your scheduled appointment for Post Maryland. So get out of my office. Bye.